Alright, and we're back again with a fresh party. Maybe not gonna die to the KQ this time. We'll see, no promises. Alright, let's dive right into it. Let's talk about the rules. Hardcore Fiesta Solo Self-Found Challenge. If we die, we delete the character. It's over. There's a couple of incredibly important characters that do cause a wipe. We saw that in the last run. The fighter died. Well, we don't have a tank anymore. That's kind of game over. A DPS dies. It's not the end of the world. We can continue on. The cleric dies. That is possibly a wipe unless we are level 60 and we have Satyr in disguise as a crusader and not an archer. Alright, moving on. No trading other players. All items must be solo obtained. Alright, this is the classical solo self-found Iron Man rule set. We can't trade anyone. We can't do anything with anyone. We can't get help from anyone. And we're on a new server now with no one on it, basically. We might see someone here or there, but I'm expecting very little. Look, there's someone over here. Level 5 fighter. Who would have thought? The extra. Alright. We won't be interacting with them, but we might talk to them, though. Alright. Next. No overpowered Gamago gear. You'll notice we don't have weapons. This is the classic start. This is how we started up. No weapons. I should have shown you again that they're just overpowered, but you can go back to the last video where we started on a previous set of characters and see the challenges from there. The weapons are overpowered, they give a lot of stats, they're stronger than the level 8 weapon that you can buy. It's pretty crazy. We destroy that, we're gonna not be using any of the Gamago items like that. However, there is a chest here that says Damage Mystery Vault. At level 15 we can open this. In here there's a weapon that is banned, but it's gonna give us a 1-day costume and a 1-day house that increases some stats for some short amount of time. I'm going to be allowing items like this, and event items that you can get in-game through normal means, and I'm going to use them when it makes sense. And if it doesn't work out whenever we use it, then they're not going to be around for long. These are normally 1-day items, sometimes 7 days. Alright. Mounts. We're going to have to unlock them, the actual mounts. At level 60, we're going to have to purchase a donkey. There's donkeys that cost like 50 silver or something. We're gonna have to buy these for each of the characters to unlock a mount. Okay, that's how we get mounts in the future. Okay, finally, no overpowered quests. There's some really incredible quest lines that Gamago put in the game more recently that give you like an obscene amount of experience. Like people are talking about like multiple levels that you're getting. I'm not too sure how true that is, but we're gonna try to stay away from anything like that. And it's not going to be relevant for a long while anyways, since the strategy here kind of involves not doing any quests until probably, honestly, past level 20. I'm not sure. We've not gotten that far yet, but certainly until level 16 for the first Kingdom quest, we won't be doing any quests at all. Alright, we got this set of 5. You'll notice immediately that we have a bit of a different party now. We no longer have a trickster. And there is good reason for that. Satyr in disguise is staying as an archer, and we're now going to be playing as Divinus. Divinus is going to be an archer as well, because the trickster guys, the DPS was really nice, but it actually made things quite more complicated having another melee character that it's quite tough to navigate. So we're going to be playing 2 archers until Satyr in disguise becomes a satyr, which... Guys, we died at level 16 last time, so they probably aren't going to become a crusader. If they do, we got a name saved for them. And otherwise, it's the same comp. We've swapped out the trickster for another archer, and I'm quite well happy with that. Alright. So here we are, ready to start once again. Use the Fiesta firework. Amazing. Amazing. Some nice fireworks for our send-off. Alright, let's get right on it then. So, if you remember from the last time that we did this, we have no money to start out with. And there's no real reason to have these guys follow us just about yet. So we're gonna go off on our own, on Divinus. Something we've not gotten to do yet. Run along with just an archer. You know, we've done... the mage, we've done the trickster, we've even done the fighter, but unfortunately that was a failed recording. But we did do it. So, we're playing as an archer now. We're going to be playing this character for the most part probably until much later levels, and we'll probably go back to the mage. I'm a big mage fan. They'll probably be on the main recording for the most of the time, but I would like to say, you know, after that failed session last time, where I totally botched it all and I died, guys, it was honestly my entire mistake, and we were defeated. But we have to stand back up and fight again. I've changed my setup. If you guys saw how absolutely disturbing that was, I mean, that was... I wish I should have shown you. I had like 4 Fiesta clients, like basically on top of each other. I couldn't tell which one was which. And in the end, I was actually brought down by my own hubris. I decided to play on the fighter as the main character because I figured that would be the most logical, being the most important character in the KQ. Unfortunately, when the time came down to it, not only was he out of SP stones, requiring me to essentially AFK him, praying that he held aggro, which he did not because I put him in a house. Furthermore, he actually was on my main screen. The whole time I was looking for the guy that's dying in the party, trying to go through all my stacked Fiesta clients. Oh my goodness, guys, that's just not good. He ended up dying because of that, and I didn't even notice he was dead until it was too late. I was panicking, trying to look at all these different clients. I'll have you guys know, it's much better now. I have all 4 of them in their own space. The other clients, I have this one on its totally own screen. It should be good. As long as I know where each character is, we should be alright. I say that, but, you know, we failed at the level 16 KQ, so here we are again. Collecting some flowers. This was the strategy last time, just to collect enough flowers for a weapon. And I think that this is logical, but I'm not sure if other strategies were as logical. I think that this is probably some great money here, but I'm thinking we might go do some quick grinding on any sort of consumable, or I mean harvestable, I should say, in what is this called here? The Forest of Tides? That's right. Over at the Forest of Tides, we'll go do some nice grinding over there of some gatherables. Alright, let's do a quick spit up clip of that, and I'll get back to you when I have some starting money for the characters. Alright, yeah, so we're back. A little bit of a grind there, just gonna gather some plants. I've decided that we're gonna be keeping the geranium, the sage, and the mushrooms. The mushrooms are a scroll material that we never even got to use on the last characters, but it is important for some of the more later scrolls, and I'm really not looking forward to mushroom gathering, to be honest with you. So I'm thinking we keep these. And these here are for potion ingredients. And I don't know which potions these are used in, but I would assume that there is a good chance that they could be potentially used in one of the cures. And that's what we're really after for the potions. Alright, so everything else I think we're gonna be alright to sell. And this should still be a nice amount of... What's this for? Yeah. It's a scroll material as well. We might keep that. Interesting. It's worth reading these, you know. I mean, wow, this is also a scroll material. Okay. The more I read these, the more I realize that I just don't really want to sell anything. Okay, everything else here should be sellable. So let's go ahead and do that before I change my mind about anything. Alright. Quickly sell all this stuff. Ooh, yeah, that's quite a nice amount of money. 185 copper. I'll tell you, that is actually a much better start than we've had. So we're going to start with just a bow. We'll wait to buy anyone else's stuff until the future. I don't think it's too efficient. We'll buy all this level 2 gear, and we're just about out of money. We'll come right on over here. and potentially buy our first skill. And I'd say, increased chance of enhancing it. Wow, who would have guessed? Anyhow, we'll try to buy aimed shot. It's the only one we can afford anyhow. And look at that. Just like that, we're a real character again. We'll spend the remainder of our copper on some health stones, I believe. Chicken attendance, look at this. Look at that. We didn't even take long to get on to the next run. I think we started the first one on the 10th. And yeah, we failed. But here we are again. Healer Julia, give me the 1 and the 1. Beautiful. And Divinus, we'll go grab a party and get right to it. Alright, here we go. We got the party with us, and it's time to do some slime killing. I'll do a little bit of commentary over it and enjoy these early levels again. You know, how about we, before we head into those slimes, let's just do a little bit of exploration again, you know. We all love the city of Rome. This nice market square. It doesn't have much of a market anymore after the Gamigo changes, but there's still a couple of NPCs. Merchant Perlina. Probably some, yeah, look at that, some mermaids, some new stuff. But still a nice little square. And we'll make our way over to the slimes. Now remember, if we can get a nice slime, a nice shiny monster that can give us some money, we could end up buying these hobby horses. And it makes us move a little bit faster. It's quite quaint as well. So we'll potentially try for that. Here we can change what we look like for a whole gem, I believe it is. Look at that. I don't think we will ever see 1 gem. It's very likely we never see this. It's very likely we never see 1 gold. Depending on how late we get into the game. If we get to like level 60, 70, it's very possible to see gold. But not many. We have a guild manager, the town chief. Yeah. You know, it's a shame they moved Leviathan's Nest here. I really think it was more fitting over by where you get the key from, but, you know. If it's to beginner hunting ground, Sea of Greed, 14 to 20. Dangerous hunting ground. Oof. But we're not going to be going there. We're going to be killing slimes like we have done, and we're going to be killing a lot of them again. We really want those titles once more. We're going to have to try to get them. What we got to do. Now, we can talk about free points on the archer, and you know, it's not going to be much different from the mage last time. These early points in dex, they're very, very nice. Not missing is incredible. Evasion, incredible. But I am thinking that after some points into dex, we'll go full strength. We'll see. The archer and the mage might have very similar builds between the mage taking intelligence and the archer taking strength. But we'll see. Nonetheless, this should give us another couple of aim. It does. 3 more aim, which is quite significant, mind you. Alright, let's do this then. We're back onto the slimes, and we'll see if we get anything lucky. Again, we're going to remember now that some of these materials that they drop are really useful, and we shouldn't sell every single material we get. And if we desperately need money, well, we can get 100 copper for a pickaxe. Awesome. Let's start killing these. Oh, you know, we're quite weak here. But he's weak as well. I was gonna try that whole thing, you know, where, you know what? Let's do it again. Let's see how much faster I am. Whoa! Wow! That's quite the, drop from 1 slime. These are the materials we're interested in keeping here. We'll sell any bones and meat. And of course we want to keep these slime cards. Great. Alright, so let's see how much faster I am at this now. Let's see if we can get all the characters to select a slime. We click on the slime, it's going to tell us about combat. Let's just get everyone to click on it and look at it. And alright, let's see how much faster we are at this. Right, so we can do fighter into cleric. Fighter into cleric into archer mage. Let's do it quick. Let's see what we got. But we sent them all in. And we're the only one with a bow. Or a weapon at all. But you see how much faster that was. I would say it's significantly better than what I have been able to do. And I'm gonna say that I'm even confident enough to potentially do something like this. I mean, that's not bad at all, is it? Now, I don't know if that means I'm gonna be able to do much better than I did in the last KQ. I could still totally panic over, and things could go all sorts of awry, but of course, that's alright. We'll try again, and we'll try again, and eventually we'll get burned out, but I'm hoping... I'd really like to get to level 60, y'all. I mean, level 60 is when the mage becomes so much fun. I just love the mage class, so much so. Yeah. We'll continue with these slimes, level 1, and we'll be fighting these guys for a long time while. We've already done a nice exploration of the Forest of Tides. We got a nice amount of material in there. But we're going to be dooming ourselves to slimes for a while. Again, we want to fight them until we really can't anymore. We don't even want this item. We've learned that they're worth nothing, these ones, these level 1s. However, if you saw the last run from that, I believe it was the Hob that dropped it, we got some T4 ones of these that were worth a lot of money. From the shiny monster that we had killed. Right. So, we're gonna have to kill a few more slimes here for level 2. Just 3 more. That's exactly what we're after. Look at this. This is great. I like this character already. I'm excited to play some Archer. We'll see exactly how much slower it is. The mage is quite a nice starting class. There's no doubt about it. Especially with the spell that they start with. It's really quite nice. But here we are, and we'll continue on anyhow. Just like that, we're at level 2. We can put on some armor. And they shouldn't be able to hurt us just about at all now. Not that they were. I think they were doing about 1 damage anyhow. They'll probably continue to do so. But we're level 2 now. Our damage is doubled. Get a card on the next kill, and I think we'll... Whoa. Okay. I was worried about Satyr Disguise being level 1 here. No, it's just a visual party glitch. That's all alright. I'll put everyone on to follow. We'll see how fast we can do that now. Honestly, probably slower, because the follow is actually something very easy to do. But that wasn't so bad, was it? Alright, everyone's on follow. We're gonna be killing some slimes, and I'll be back in a little bit. Enjoy. Alright guys, I mean, we are on a blessed run. Look at this. I'm serious. I'm very serious. Unknown golden ring to start. On a slime, guys. Now, we don't get to wear this until level 10. But let's see what the stats are like. Strength, endurance, intelligence. If I'm honest with you, the stats are pretty bad. But, I mean, it's quite nice to see. We're gonna hold on to that for sure. That's just beautiful. Alright. I'm gonna head on into, I think the Forest of Tides at level 3. And I'll see you guys there with another quick little grind. Fantastic. Wow. I wasn't expecting to get this as well from the slime. Guys, we got the Storm Long Mace. Before, just on the level up as we're heading in here. We got the Storm Long Mace, a level 10 clerical spell with 3 endurance. This is actually a better item than the level 15 white because it has the 3 endurance. We don't intend for the cleric to be going in for battle. This is kind of best in slot. That's kind of crazy. We're gonna actually just give that to the cleric right now. Elias, come here, and we'll trade this to you. This is just great. I can't even believe. Guys, maybe it's a really good thing that we have died. We're now on the less populated server, meaning that we should be able to get our KQ dings just all alone. That being said, there's no KQs. Oh, that's because we're not level 5. That's right. It doesn't start until level 5. Oh, great. We've traded that right on over. Are they still on follow? They are. We're gonna run them right through the portal here. And let's keep grinding. Hopefully we'll find some more best in slot stuff like that sort of crazy mace that we just got. Oh, let's learn the aim shot. And now we're properly ready. Some grinding. We have a skill now. We'll do some real damage. Still not as efficient as the mage by any means at this level, but or really for a long while. But nonetheless, let's go on in here and do this. All right, see you guys. Right, guys, we just got that amazing little shield for the cleric there. Unfortunately, I was muted on that clip, so we said a lot, but you know, at the same time, we didn't say much. So there you have it. The cleric has a shield now, level 8. A little bit of good stats on there, I'm sure you saw. Great. We're gonna continue this this grind and continue hopefully with our blessed run. I can't believe how lucky we've been on this. I'm hoping to continue our luck and you know, our knowledge is coming in clutch now. Early game knowledge, knowing what we need to fight. Let's keep doing it. Slimes all the way, then Hobbs. We'll see ya. Alright, and we're back. We've done a little bit of slime grinding, as you can see. We've gotten quite a bit of items. And we're actually intending to keep doing some more slime grinding. Actually, come to realize, we failed to do the Elite Monster Challenge at level 2. And we'll have to do the crab as well. I forgot about it because, guys, I think it might be a little bit of a joke. I mean, these ones are a bit of a joke. We'll go ahead and do it, you know, now. I'm sorry for it being late. You know, there's a good chance it may have killed us. I mean, look, it's 9 damage. How terrifying that is. But, you know, we should still kill them. We're late on this one, unfortunately, but we'll still keep up the challenge with the elite monsters. Just because we're doing it a second time around doesn't mean it's not important. Because, you know, when we get to the point of we're fighting a level 40 elite enemy, and yeah, it's going to be a challenge, guys. We're going to have to fight that. Hero monsters, of course, are much more important than elite monsters, so we can get by with not getting every elite, but hero monsters, things like that on this server, we're going to be doing that. Those 6-hour log timers, I'm hoping we can get it on this server. I'm hoping it's populated just not quite enough for those to be killed on spawn. Alright, so I'm going to go head back. I'm going to go sell a bunch of this stuff, drop this one on the floor. And I think we'll do a bit of a card gamble as well on the way. Alright, so we'll stick with me and let's start gambling on these. Here we go. We're looking for, again, the S cards. But we have quite a bit of time to get them, so I'm not too pressed on getting it. Let's do one more before we enter through the portal. See if it's got any luck on it. Ah, no luck on there. Let's see. And we would like to see the C card as well. If you guys remember, the C card apparently is the rarest card from here. And the meme of it is just quite funny. Now, luckily, that character with the C card never actually did die. The only character that died was the fighter. But unfortunately, that did constitute for a wipe in this sort of a run, where we really are trying to do a lot of the more challenging content. There it is! That's the sea slime! What? incredible. Maybe it's more common than we thought. Um, I mean, who's to say? Our sample size is certainly less than 100. But we'll keep going on the way back. There's our first S card, guys. Oh my goodness. We're gonna hold on to this one until we get some more. Just because we don't know how many we'll get. We should get more than 5, just with how many slimes we will be killing. But, of course, it's all RNG. So we'll keep on opening these. Have we gotten any 7 stars? We have done. Look at that. Oh, gosh. I just love... Oh my gosh. The second one. I mean, again, we're really after mostly just 2. 3 is great. 5 is amazing, of course, as well, but there it is. There's the third one. This one we can use on this character. The other 2 needed to be on the mage and the fighter. This one can go right on us. This is fantastic. Acquired hidden title. Look at that, guys. Episode 1, we're getting the titles. This is fantastic. Right back into the swing of things. This run, I'm already feeling another C card. So maybe not so rare in the end. Maybe much more common than we had suspected. But on the last opening of significantly more cards than this, we got only 1 of the C cards. Here we've already gotten 2. So what I'm realizing is it's probably a low percentage. It's probably similar to that of the S card. But perhaps not. So we'll keep on opening these then. And if we get another S, I think we're very happy. But otherwise, I'm not too worried about it. I think they'll show up eventually, especially on the next slime grind, which, guys, you're going to be seeing a lot of slimes dead. A whole lot of slimes we got to kill. We're going to try to speed run back to where we were, do that KQ again, get our revenge on the King Slime, not make a fool of ourselves. That's the plan, but guys, we'll just have to wait and see, because, I mean, I'm probably going to do some real stupid stuff again. I'm no expert at this game. I'm quite good at some of the small micro mechanics and things like that, but playing 5 characters, trying to pay attention to that, this is a new thing for me. Another C. That's great. We're gonna learn one of these C's, especially if we have a 3-star one. Of course, we'd like to learn that. And we'll learn a 7-star A. That'd be great. And then we'll save some for the mage as well, because there's a very good chance the mage will become the main character at some point, guys. I just love the mage, I really do. It's the class I have the most hours in. The AoE grinding is fantastic. It's the best class in the game, if you ask me. Alright. Let's go ahead and sell some of this stuff then. Anything else we don't need particularly. We'll keep a 7-star. Like so. And just sell the rest. It's 1 copper each. It's really not even much worth doing, but I feel like it's got to be done nonetheless. We're keeping all the leather. We're selling the bones and the meat, and we're keeping both kinds of leather, of course. And that's 880 copper to work with. I'm very happy with that. I'm going to start off with a level 8 bow. Let's just get that up in our inventory really quick. And we can also look at some rings. That it's totally not worth our money. I'm just kidding on that, of course. We'll go on over here and repurchase some stones and come over here to the Skill Master Ruby. Perfect. This is where we can, first of all, buy some other skills for the archer. Like so. We're quite a ways from these here, but we can get our passive here. And more importantly, we want to grab a couple of scroll productions here. We want to start off with this one. Where? This one. Perfect. 250 copper. And we want the Elru. We have 100 copper left. And if that can buy us a pickaxe, I think I will do, because we'll have to, the mining we have to do anyways. And guys, it's kind of relaxing to go and do the mining. It's a little bit sketchy whenever you're around the dangerous enemies, but there's just a lot of ore. You'll click on it, you mine it. It's really nice. So let's see if Item Merchant Pay's got anything nice for us here as well. 100 copper, yeah, we can totally afford that. We get the pickaxe. Very nice. And I think we can head to storage and put some of these items away that we likely won't be getting too many more. I mean, that being said. Oh, gosh, I'm the legendary flip-flopper. I can never make up my mind on anything, but at some points, you know, we make the call. I'm gonna spend the remainder of our copper on HP and SP stones, and then, I think you'll be seeing a lot more slime killing. Alright, see you then. Alright, and we're back. We've done a nice amount of slime killing. What is that, 149 and 150. And it looks like we can do some more slime killing, so I guess I'll get right back to that. I really thought that was going to be the end of it. I thought they'd go white on me, but got one more level of this, guys. Let's go on ahead and dump this all into some dexterity. Kind of hurts not putting it in strength because, you know, more damage, but missing is painful. That's not something you want to see. Oh, and one more thing. I was totally wrong. Archer is the absolute giga chat of the early game. Once you're able to one-shot things, his attack rate is just like, whoa. You know what I mean? Like, wow, we are killing these. So we'll kill another 209, and I'll see you then. So that was a nice little short grind. We've brought the slimes down to gray. We now really can't be getting drops from them. I think it's possible they can still drop. I'm not 100% sure. But it's just the drop rates have gone down so incredibly low that there's just no way we can really be doing that. So does that mean we're going on to the hero slimes? No. Does that mean we're going on to the king crab again this time? We did that last time. Well, no, we're not doing the king crab either. We're learning the bow mastery. That's what we're doing. Increase our damage and accuracy a little bit. We could continue with these manticoras. If you saw the last clip, I was fighting these. Not just the slimes, actually, mind you. I fought many of these. I swear that these had a card. And that I'm like, well, we should get the card while we're here. It could be a tough card to get in the future. Guys, they don't drop cards. What they drop is a bunch of crazy stuff. I mean, I don't remember when I got this, if this was from them. It's the next day here, so what exact items I got, I don't remember, but there was some fine and nice items from these. I mean, really, I think I got like another ring, a necklace. I think I got maybe one of these rings. I mean, there was quite the drops happening from these. And we were also getting Elru material. Now, you guys will remember from last time, perhaps. These here, this is what we need for the Elru, and we need so many of these. We fought the Hobbs last time, and we will do that again, I think. But these just aren't as efficient as the Hobbs, unfortunately. They aren't dropping the exact items I'm looking for, that being only these. These drop a plethora of other items for potion ingredients as well. The Hobbs are much more efficient on XP and what they're dropping here. Now, that's not also necessarily true, because let's kill one of these really quick. So these are actually also 1 XP, and here we can see other things that they drop. The Spirit's Nectar. We just want the Gemmed Dust. So I'm considering going and fighting wolves for now. Probably start on the slow slimes because they're low level, and then go to the wolves until I get some cards from them. I'm very interested in getting that Hungry Wolf title, particularly for the archers and the mage. The speed increase is invaluable in some areas of the game where you can't mount, and it's just something that I'd really like to have in our back pocket. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah. So we're not going to be fighting any crabs this time. For beasts, we want to be fighting the wolves. Excuse me, one more time. Sorry. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, so we'll be fighting wolves, I think, for beasts, because we do need to get some beast parts. Unfortunately, these crabs just aren't very efficient for me. I'd much rather go and fight some slow slimes for a while. And I think as well that we'll have to do some mining as well. But perhaps we'll do that in the next episode. I think this has been a fairly long one already. I think we can get everyone into this next zone here. Look at this. Level 8, we gotta fight one of these. Remember that. We do gotta fight one of these. But we're gonna go ahead and grind for a little while on... well, I'd say on the slow slimes here in Fan Beach. Fantastic. Let's get everyone in here. And I think we'll end up the episode there. Alright, yeah, Pirate Zone, here we are. And here's some slow slimes. This is where we fought them last time. But there's actually somewhere over here I think might be a little bit more efficient and closer to the hobs. But we do have to fight that king crab, so maybe we'll fight these ones until we're level 7. Or, you know, level 8, I should say. We'll see how much XP they give anyhow. And if it's too much, there's a very good chance that, well, we go back to the Mandragora. We do want to get a very nice amount of material. I have my... where is he running? Good lord. Get back here. Get back here, Satyr, and this guy's goodness gracious. Alright, everyone. Let's just take a look at the XP. Let's think about what we'll do for the next episode, and we'll wrap it up. We'll put everyone on follow. Yep. This always takes a little bit more time. The follow with the last setup, honestly, was really fast. Because all the clients were stacked, and all the locations I was clicking to follow was basically the same. But, you know, I'm sure we can get fast to this as well. It's just some pretty precise clicks I need on this massive screen I have it on. I have it on like a 4,000 wide pixel screen. So there you have it. Some pretty precise clicks. But here we are. And we'll see exactly how much XP this guy gives. It's not too bad of a kill either. A couple of autos and a skill. 6 experience points. It's 6x what we would be getting. Ooh. I don't know about that, guys. It might be Mandragora to level 8. 6 experience is quite significant. Yeah. Well, stay tuned for the next episode, and we'll see exactly what we're doing. See you then.